It's a workday afternoon in India, and several 8 millionth human beings are ventilation on loving and emotional pain on a famous regional public web. Occasionally, I sense everyone in India is departure via a collapse, says Farid Ahsan, one of the founders of ShareChat, India's fastest increasing public print plate in regional languages. Roll via the Hindi language tongue flow of the 3-year-old application's lively Instagram-like nourish, and you cannot miss the flooding of images, videos, and speech on loose loving and break hearts. All these flow by an accordingly mentioned hashtag, number painful heart, in a break heart emoji. Down there are awkward commiserations, disappointed, but hearts are intended to be break, says a communication, and calming expect, find out to pardon and let come, advises else. Pictures of shivering candles, withering roses and teary eyes do it a rising digital grief in. In another place on the web, more than rather than 20,000 female, generally of little cities and towns, are downward on the hashtag number girl attitude and standing out several energetic abandon. I include a lot of relation, but I don't shaw out of a cause, says one customer. In else flow, named number girl gang, one customer says, more than prosaically, girls are clever, boys are fools. Mr. Ahsan telephone call such a streams provincial feminist. To be certainly, not each hashtag is so feverish. In the famous number husband-wife flow, couples stake improve roses and search pardon following fights. It's all event there. It's a complete blown, natural public web wherever down there's thing for each youthful Hindu, in their own tongue, says head execution official Ankush Sachdeva. Bangalore-based Begin Up ShareChat, based by 3 mechanical engineering high school graduates who met at a hackathon, is India's at first homebrew public web. In 30 millionth users through 14 Hindu languages, it is as well one of the fastest increasing networks in Asia. Users, the most elderly 18 to 25 and generally hailing of middle and little cities and towns, include dual in the recent 4-persons months. The founders say they aim to achieve 100 millionth users in the following 12 months. How's part of WhatsApp, and a tertiary of Facebook, users in India. Not amazingly, ShareChat's sultry increase has not escaped the focus of investors. The web has grown $124 meter, £96 meter, in 5 rounds of financing with its commencement in October 2015. It has been a play converter in the Hindu marketplace. They took a courageous move of implementing the capacity of folk substance and succeeded in departure versus the title, says Manu Jaina, defect CEO of Xiaomi, that has nested in the business. The web didn't occur night. The founders proven more than rather than a half a dozen means, consisting a actual property application, a information analysis business that created a warmth map of criminality in Delhi and an extended fact play, up affecting on and readily shipping talk at 4 at first time web users, one how would job on a inhomogeneous web. In December 2014, they start up the at first release of ShareChat, that was a talk application, offer 10 languages, consisting British. They found the betrothal in British was cheap. So they utilized British and de-launched it in October 2015, expansion it to involve a nourish wherever users could produce and stake substance in hashtags. How is while, says head technique official Banu Pratap Singh, we saw actual increase event. It is not hard to see reason. India is testifying a splash of 500 millionth at first time users upcoming on the internet. Human beings in less cities, towns and villages are purchase affordable smartphones, several 400 millionth human beings already use them. Information prices include fall by a 10. And by 2021, onto a paper by Google and KPMG, 9 out of 10 users in India are potential to talk in regional languages. India at this has 175 millionth British-speaking web users. In lot ways, ShareChat holds a glass to the cardiac of India, its feeds rupture in videos, images and speech in regional languages and dialects. Its algorithms as well identification users in such interests and assist them communicate above individual chats. Considerably, the app allows users to stake their substance on some private exchanging messages services love WhatsApp. The web as well demonstrates how the youthful in India fluctuate contemporary and heritage without effort. While India's railway detained an examination for cheap ranking jobs, ShareChat users swapped specimen papers and later proposed prayers for successful on the plate, number sample papers and number loyalty were trend analysis at the identical period. A youthful man and a at first time web customer of a remotely countryside in Uttar Pradesh ended up amassing a big next on the web by wiring audios and videos of his cricketer matchstick commentaries. He as well became the web's at first influencer and got employed by a Hindi-language live video news story website. Lot are as well with the app to beg industry. The Vogue flow on the app has been a big hit in users as Vogue in India is more managed by little cities and towns. More than rather than 4 persons millionth users, for sample, stake henna designs. A 25-year-old customer in more than rather than 12,000 followers posts her designs and shares her pin quantity for capacity industry. Astrologers, plumbers, tailors, carpenters, electricians and though a customer who has made a cleanser dust at household contribute their goods, wiring their telephone numbers and collecting up orders autonomous. To escape porno substance flood the major feeds, users are taking into account the stock option to position age pictures and jokes on a canal named non-veg or non-vegetarian, a friable Hindu euphemism for lustful content. Though news story and policy, complaint the founders, is not a big pain for users, political community include started to mark up. Manoj Tiwari, a legislator of India's governing Bharatiya Janata side, BJP, was the at first lead of the side to mark up. He already has 3,000 followers. He posts videos of regional festivals of his home country of Bihar, songs and policy messages. It is a large plate for political community. We can put our substance down there and users and followers can choose it up and stake it on platforms love WhatsApp in provincial languages. In the elections, a lot more than of us will get on ShareChat, says Neelkant Bakshi, a print relations chief of BJP in Delhi. Burgess Y. Malu, social sphere chief for ShareChat, says the web is worried on counterfeit news story and unwanted substance. We regularly get downward such a substance and bar users wiring them. It is essential to suffer the public health of the plate. A few months back, he adds, the web took downward 50,000 such accounts. As well, if you position unwanted substance we can readily path downward the telephone quantity of the customer and though unit the unit. He has to get a new quantity and changing his unit to start reposting. And each position emanating of ShareChat carries a sticker of its descent. Still, the may not be quite to retain counterfeit news story and loath-speaking peddlers front of India's key general elections following year. Obviously, ShareChat is at an essential intersection wherever its bordering increase will light the searchlight more than on the plate. Competitive environment will necessarily start clicking at their heels. ShareChat took one business how had supposedly copied their style to trial. But public web users are changeable and readily emigrate to a spiffy rival. Public networks go and go. We include to develop in the auditorium to remain pertinent. We requirement to go on to supply expertise to human beings, says Ankush Sachdeva. How liability rests in ShareChat's 100 strange employees of 21 state, talk lot various languages. Down there's no British on our web, but the connection tongue amongst our employees is British. How is the just cession to the overseas tongue, says Mr. Asan crookedly.